Hi guys, this is Ruby with MRB Financial. Thank you so much for joining us today for our topic of the week. As always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our medias as we are always looking forward to add value to your financial house. So for today's topic of the week, we're going to talk about stocks. So if you see any value in sharing this message with your loved ones, please go ahead and share this message with them. So stocks right now, they are, the thing to buy simply because it is a very good time. You are basically buying the stocks on clearance. So, you're getting them at a deep discount. Historically, the stocks have brought an average return on the investment of 10%. Going forward, I do expect for that to, change. Probably it's going to be a lot more because if you're going to buy at a deep discount now, if you were to hold that stock, and just ride the wave of, just holding it until everything gets back to normal, you're going to see your gains there. Think of the last real estate crash, for all those people that had money and they went ahead and invested in real estate, they came out winning. There are no guarantees. I have to say that as my disclosure because, it's stocks. There's just no guarantees. So yeah, I'm saying this. That's my speculation, and along with all of the other investors who are, buying stocks right now. So let's get into, what are the details? What are investors looking in, when they're purchasing these stocks? An investor is simply a person who buys investments of some sort. There's people, you're an investor, you have an IRA at work, there are stocks in the IRA. So this will be a very good topic for you to dig that your 401k, your IRA with your broker. So look to see what kind of stocks you own in there. Most people have stocks in their portfolio. So just look into it, but everybody has according to their risk tolerance and, according to, where they landed. So what does that mean to you, the risk tolerance? As an investor, we all have different thresholds of, what our bottom risk is and what our top goal is. So some people like those secure investments versus there are other people who are riskier. So it's very important for you to know what type of investor you are. If you are working with, in order for you to buy them outside of your job, of course, there are two ways that you could buy them. You could go to an investing firm, a broker, and you will work with an investing consultant or representative, and they will help you. They will do the risk analysis for you. They will provide you the prospectus for the stocks that you guys are talking about. The prospectus is basically the details of the information of the stock that you're buying. What kind of information can you expect there? This is anything that pertains to the value of the stock. So you could expect to see the earnings there. You could expect to see anything that's going to back up the price of the stock and the value of the stock. So that's why it's important for you to look at that document. Once you connect with the broker, you guys will go through the process and you will go ahead and buy it. If you do a DIY type like Robinhood or there's a bunch of other brokers that allow you to do that. They also may offer you a robotic consultant, and they basically trade on your behalf at a very minimal cost. It's not compared to when you have an investment advisor, but there is a cost for it. And then there's platforms that also allow you to do with nothing. You just go and wing it on your own with your own knowledge and your own base. but they may have some small fees. So I would just look to see, at what fees, you're paying, because at the end of the day, that's going to add up. So good for you to know, if I'm putting in this much, how much of that is going to go into fees. So once you have chosen your firm, now it's time to pick your stocks. When you do connect with the firm, some of them may require you to have a minimum balance in the account. Some of them may not. So look at that as well. Once you start to stock shop, you're basically going to buy based on your risk tolerance. And a lot of people want to know, like, okay, which one should I buy, right? Well, think of it like branding, like name brands. You are buying the ownership of the company. You are becoming an owner of this company, depending on, how much stock you buy from them. There are companies that also give employees stock. So, good for you to know how much of the company you own if you have some of this employee stock. What rights does it come with? If you are, public and you're going, and purchasing the stock from the market, you would want to look at who are the representatives of the company, like the CEO, the CFO, all of the chief executives. You're going to want to know, the financials of the company, because this is, common sense of just how you as a person has a credit report. These companies have this as well. So, it's important for you to know who the key players are, because that's going to help you identify the future of the company. So let's say that, they have a new person taking up an important seat and they happen to bankrupt every other company before them, and I'm being exaggerated, but I'm just pointing those things out. Well, you might want to, common sense will tell you, okay, let me just look at this a little bit more, versus if you see someone that brings nothing but successes, so the role of the managers is to, bring the value of the company to its maximum capacity. So they have to be creative on, how to bring the company to the next level. So very important for you to see the ingenuity of these folks, the ideas, where they come from, like where can they take the company to, because that's gonna help, not all of the value, but it's gonna help you, know the value of the company. Other things that you want to know about the company is, very important for you to identify your segments, the pharmaceutical industry, the beauty industry, real estate, equities, what else? You name it. There's, the environmental, there's, you name it, there's a sector for it. So look into how the company that you're looking to buy in plays in that sector, and how that sector is going to do in the future as well. Are there any lawsuits pending from the company's end? Is there anything that could go wrong that could, give you a cue that you may lose your money in the future? Those are the kinds of things. So this way, it's important for you to watch the news. Go on Market Watch, go on Yahoo Finance. These are very good websites for you to, start to get to learn to tell the character of a company, that's going to help you identify because at the end of the day, if you're going to put your money behind them, you might as well know who you're buying, who you're supporting, and who you're going to, help grow at the end of the day, because you're putting in your money, everybody's looping their money together, in efforts to come out, earning more. So that is the goal of stocks, so that's why it's very hard to answer for one person, because what I might like or what my risk tolerance may be different from yours, so on and so forth. While there are, chances that we may be interested in the same stuff. But the more you know, the more you practice, the more you apply. So I hope that today's information was valuable for you. If you have any questions for us, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. And if you want to give us any tips on what it is that you like to shop and the reasons behind it, do leave it in the comments for us. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.